didn't see you there. I'm Fox. Welcome to my bar. Now, I've only been bartending for a couple of months during the pandemic here, and I'm just trying to get better at it. And if anything, I'm trying to get better with you. So, if you are trying to learn and get better at having drinks, you should like, subscribe, follow, love me, hate me, cancel me. As long as you're interacting, this bar will appreciate you. Now, today on this episode, we are going to be making a drink that I think our tequila lovers will enjoy. It is called La Paloma. What you'll need is the following: lime juice, simple syrup, tequila, grapefruit juice, squeeze this myself, and a soda water. We're gonna be using a hard seltzer from Highball, which is a grapefruit and hibiscus flavor. I am excited for this. So, now that we have our ingredients, I think it's time for a little bit of history, right? La Paloma has got two stories, as I think all good drinks have. The first one is that it was named after an 1860s Mexican folk song called La Paloma, which translates to the dove, but it doesn't fly, it's not white, so I don't know how that came to be. The other story is that down in a bar called La Capilla in Tequila, Mexico, there was an owner and bartender by the name of Don Javier Delgado Corona. Supposedly he was the one that made it, but I can't confirm it. And by the way, the things I'm looking up all through Google, the same thing that you can do, and you can confirm it that way for yourself. Oh, by the way, if you know the real story, please put it down in the comments. Now, because I don't know the confirmed story about La Paloma, what I do want to talk about is what we'll be using. The star of the show, tequila. The tequila we'll be using today is called Espolon. Yeah. The reason why I chose Espolon, a friend recommended it to me. At the price and for the amount, you are getting the perfect vector of affordability and flavor. And trust me, for the same size bottle of a different brand, you might not come even close to that. Another thing I like about Espolon is that they definitely do things their own way. One of the things they've done is done a viral marketing campaign for Valentine's Day in 2019, where they created 1-800-ESPOLON. You dial up and you tell them the stories about you being ghosted, or maybe even you ghosting someone. Those of you who aren't in the know about what ghosting is when you completely fall off the face of the earth and don't let someone find you. You don't answer their calls, texts, messages, whatever. Ghost. Anyways, though, other things I like about this tequila is exactly like I said, it goes off the beaten path. They don't do what the industry standard is. Industry standards, they will cut the agave heart into two. They will cook it for only 18 hours, and they will put it in giant 500-liter barrels that probably don't lead to anything much better than the quality stuff, the things you think that are quality. What Espolon does, they take the agave heart, they cut it into 4. They take those 4, they cook it for 22 hours, not 18. And those 500-liter bottles, they don't cut it in half. They cut it down all the way to 200 liters. Those barrels are made of new American charred oak. This way, with the increased surface area of the barrel to the actual spirit, it creates an even more complex flavor. Do you know that about the other tequilas you're drinking? All I'm saying is it's worth a taste. Another cool part about it is that they use Blue Weber agave, and that already is a difficult plant to grow. What they do with this is they grow it at about 2,000 meters above sea level, which is roughly 1.243 miles above sea level. Now, if you grow it at that height, it'll increase the sugar content, and then that will increase the flavor of the overall plant. So from the earth to the barrel to the bottle, they are doing it their own way. And I'm not saying this because we're getting paid from them or anything like that. It's just personal opinion. You can try whatever you want, but this for today's cocktail will be the tequila of choice. And trust me, I'm confident about my decision. Who's ready to make a drink? I am. Let's do it. So we're gonna make our Paloma. What I'm gonna start off with is just getting some ice. Remember that? Our good friend, ice. Let's pull up the tall half of the... Let me know in the comments. First part of our drink is gonna have to be our lime juice. We're gonna need 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. This is freshly squeezed, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that now. Remember I told you about our jigger? It's got extra measurements in there so you know where to stop pouring. This whole thing is 1, but in there you can stop at a 1/2 ounce or 3/4 of an ounce. For this we need 3/4 of an ounce of lime. So we're gonna pour it there to that second line. Boop, pour that in, good. Next, we're gonna need 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. Got my simple syrup here, made it from scratch, and I'm using a recycle bottle. Remember, reuse, recycle, and repeat. So I'm going to go ahead now and pour in 1/2 ounce of our simple syrup. So that's the first line. Boom. Pour that in there. Let me just move some things out the way so you can continue to learn unobstructed. Now we need our good friend, Espolon. This here. We're gonna need 1.5 ounces. Just like the smaller half of the jigger, the top half also has additional lines along the rim, so you know where to stop. This line right here is gonna be our 1.5 ounce. Let's pour that there. And stop. We're gonna pour that in. Time to mix it all together. Look at that, gorgeous. We're gonna strain it with our hockey face mask there. Same old corny jokes, different video. You know how we give it up. So now we got that poured off. But we can't forget the last bit. We're gonna top it off with our fresh grapefruit juice. Now there's no measurement for this, just it's to taste. So I pour that there. And then we top it off with our hard seltzer, grapefruit and hibiscus. This, woo, I am excited. Now in Mexico, they would generally use a Jarritos grapefruit soda, but we don't have that. So I think this would be a great substitute. You'll then garnish with a lime. So let's get ourselves here. And then cut a slice right there. And bingo, look at that. Well, only one thing to do but taste it. Damn, this is fun! God damn! You need this. You need this. You really, really need this. Yeah, honestly, first off, it's a beautiful drink. Even without the lime garnish. Now remember, this isn't necessary for the flavor, but it definitely, well, you do need lime juice to make this. But as far as the garnish, it's a great looking drink. If someone brought this to me, I'd be like, why thank you. It's a hot day and this is amazing. But the flavor, I'm a big fan of grapefruit because ever since I was a kid, my mom used to slice it open and break it open and leave it all for me to eat. It was like eating little like candy jewels, like, but healthy for you. But as far as the flavor of the cocktail goes, the tequila's there, obviously. You can taste it. It's got a little bit of that kick, insert kick. And it's also got that grapefruit flavor. It's so refreshing and it's so mouth-watering. I'm ready for my next sip. Now, I definitely enjoy the added nuance of the hibiscus flavor from our soda, which is the highball hard seltzer. So I'm expecting for that to kick in and definitely make me feel a little, but yeah. Hold on, let me get another one of that. It's got a nice tartness, but luckily the simple syrup is there to kind of cut through that. I'd imagine without that simple syrup, it would definitely be like one of those puckers. That was kind of weird to do. But yeah, this drink, I definitely would give it, if I had to rate this on a number of foxtails it could get, 5 being the highest, I think I'd give this about a 4. 4. It's a great drink, not just for the individual, but for a social gathering. If I made a punch of this and gave it to folks, People would be messed up before they knew, and they would definitely enjoy that first sip. What else I'd say about this? Well, it's just good. It's really just good. I think you should at-home bartend and make one of these for yourself. And come back to me. Tell me in the comments, oh, this sucks. Tell me where I can find Jarritos grapefruit soda if it's in your local market. Tell me anything. But I tell you what, I'm going to enjoy this. Enjoy your night.
Smoking them donuts, and them sixes doing donuts. Hold up, they done woke me up. In the kitchen with the soapy stuff. Next door neighbor trying to blow me up. Suck my dick,